Good afternoon, everyone. So this is going to be a quick, I guess, example or tutorial, whatever you want to call it, on how to propagate or make more plants from your existing dragon fruit. So, I mean, if you get down to it, pretty much there's, I guess you could say, two types or kinds of cuttings or dragon fruit you can get. You have the fresh ones, the brand new ones. You can do it with these, but these little ones, they're a lot more likely to rot, especially if if the soil has a lot of water. And then these tend to sort of dry up slightly quicker or more than something that's, you know, a bit older, a bit more established. So I mean, that doesn't mean you can't do it. I mean, you could completely do it with these smaller ones, but the ones that I prefer to use are, you know, the older ones. So pretty much straight off the bat, all you gotta do is go back to the base and cut it. There we go. And this is what I'm left over. Now, it doesn't have to be this big or this long. This is just, you know, what I decided to cut. Now, let me get a couple more and then I'll show you what I do with them. Now that I have my cuttings or pieces of dragon fruit ready, all I'm going to do is put these standing up in, you know, cinder block bricks. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I'm gonna put them right there, just standing up. That's it. So they are going to be underneath, you know, some trees to provide some shade, or, you know, prevent them from getting direct sunlight or cooking up. That's why I'm doing it right there. But if you look at what I have right here, let's call this the new or fresh growth, or, you know, plants. They're very, I don't want to call them juicy, but they do have, they're a lot more tender, I guess, than the older ones, just because they're fresh. And then over here I have the chopped up pieces. The reason I call them chopped up is because the ends, they, you know, are chopped up, or, you know, cut open. So this is an open wound, so this exposes, I guess, the inside a lot more than something like this. When roots come out, they'll come out from the center, or from, I don't know what it's called, the main part of the dragon fruit that holds it up. But keep in mind that, you know, everything else besides the inside can get rotten, or it'll get eaten up by slugs, or, you know, other insects that roam around. And then on this side, I don't know what I'm gonna call these, but, you know, as you can see, the ends, they've been cut right where they sort of split or connect onto another one. So these, you know, from my experience, will do a lot better than these, just because the open wound. And these will do much better than those, simply because those are too young. But regardless, they all have the potential of sprouting roots, and they can. You just gotta, you know, take a couple things into consideration. Are they in full sunlight? Is the soil wet 24/7, you know, where it begins to rot, or you got bugs trying to eat them up? So try it out and see what works for you. But I've done this before, and I did it right there. Before I had the cement right there, I had the dragon fruit growing, and then right there and right there on this side, you can see my dragon fruit trellis. You know, pretty cool. That's where I'm hoping it will branch off and sort of resemble a tree. So there's a video on that. But back to how to propagate it. Pretty simple. Just stand them up. That's it. These are too small, but they should be okay. Nothing to them. Now for the pieces that are cut open, same thing. So if you've never handled, I guess, dragon fruit, the plants, you know, be aware or just keep in mind that they do have thorns. So you want to wear gloves, you know, more than welcome to. Or, you know, don't wear gloves, don't really matter. Your preference. Almost there. See? Just stand them up. And they will grow. They'll grow roots. Next thing you know, before you know it, they'll have new, I don't want to call them branches, but new dragon fruit plants growing from it. And that is it. So I'm going to leave them like this for a couple of days, just so that any cuts or openings or wounds that are on them will sort of dry up or heal. Then what I will do, I'm just going to grab the shovel and maybe throw like half an inch to an inch of dirt on them, just so that the bottom is buried. And that's pretty much it. But you don't have to. If you water them like this, they'll be okay. So now that you know that I mentioned watering, I'm not gonna water these for the first couple of days, maybe a week, just because I want that wound, the cut that I made, to finish healing or dry up. So no watering, maybe for a week. And then after that, if I keep watering them, you know, no big deal. Water will not stay, I guess, stagnant in the same spot, and it won't rot the cuttings. Why? Because there is no dirt. The cuttings are on level with the dirt, so if there is any water, it'll just, you know, drain away. So two options, you know, later on, add dirt or don't add dirt. Maybe like an inch, half an inch, don't matter. But they will grow roots like this, and that is literally it. So hopefully, I don't know, let's say a month or so, I'll do a follow-up, and then we'll see how each of the 3 different cuttings that I did does or performs, whatever it's called. And that's it. Thanks everyone.